now establishing ourselves on the ILS, still below the glide slope, which makes sense considering we just nearly bashed into some mountains back there. We are 9 miles from touchdown, so we will now begin to slow the aircraft dramatically and bring in the flaps ready for landing gear, final approach and touchdown. We're currently somewhat off the centre line on the ILS track at the moment. I'm getting hit by some gusty weather as well. A bit of turbulence on this approach. Yeah, we are hitting some weather on this approach here, that's for sure. Could make for a bit of an interesting short final and touchdown. So we'll put the gear down and go full flaps just to stabilise the aircraft. We can see the runway clearly now in front of us. So we'll let the autopilot fly the aircraft down to... That's our landing clearance.
Cleared to land, runway 33, 4405.
We'll allow the autopilot to get us down to around 1,000 feet and then we'll take manual control. We just slow the aircraft a little bit more. As you can see, we're flying over the town, but it remains quite gusty, so it's still quite a difficult approach. We will leave the autopilot holding the approach for the moment, even though we are just about to come under 1,000 feet. We're still off the centre line as well at this point. We are
500.
below the glide slope as well, so although I'm comfortable with it at the moment, when I disengage the autopilot I might just extend the glide a little bit just to take us a little bit further down the runway. So at minimums we'll disengage the auto throttle so I take control of the throttle, and that's done, and I will now take control from the autopilot for the final section of the approach, just to get us a little bit back on track.
50, 50,
Throttle
50,
down.
40, 40, 30, 20,
And put
10.
speed brakes in. And reverse thrust. Okay.
Next taxiway.
And we'll let the aircraft now naturally slow itself. Speed brakes still out. But we're down and we're on the runway and on the centre line. So we'll put the speed brakes away, bring the flaps back up. The aircraft is not at risk of getting airborne again at this point. We are down to 25 knots.
Exit runway when able.
Just a bit of braking so that we can control the aircraft better on the ground, and we will vacate the runway.
Contact ground on 118.3. 118.3. 4405. Perpignan ground 4405. Request taxi to the gate.
4405, taxi to Gate Golf 2, using taxiway Kilo.
Taxiing to Gate Golf.
Okay,
2, taxiway
Flight
Kilo.
Simulator
4405.
comes with a really useful function, particularly when you're not familiar with some of these airports, like I'm not with Perpignan, where it'll give us a guide to where the gate is. As you can see with the yellow arrows on the taxiway. Very useful little tool that is indeed.
Departure on 120.75, squawk 3476. 937, read back correct. Contact ground on 118.3.
So as you can see in the chat, the landing was at minus 700 feet per minute, which is not bad going. We touched down at 99 knots, which was a bit on the slow side, but then again we were packing a bit of headwind and turbulence as well, so that doesn't surprise me. 5.14G I would probably... yeah, I suppose.
Taxiway Lima Hotel. Contact tower on 121.9 when ready.
We'll buy that.
Taxi 2 and hold short, runway 33 via taxiway Lima Hotel. 937.
So we'll make our way to parking here at Perpignan. Shut the aircraft down, open the aircraft up, and then we'll begin our preparations for our planning our departure back to Birmingham.
937.
So I've got to make a turn here now, so we're going to want to slow the aircraft. To do it's quite a sharp turn. Ooh. There's a sister plane there, and I think it might be a bit too close for us to get to our parking spot. That could be problematic. We'll have to see. Let's get closer and see what happens. I think we might just be able to sneak in. It'll be tight though. Oh no, it's fine. It's just the way I'm looking at it.
Niner 37, continue taxi.
Roger, Niner 37.
Okay. Brake sets. Shut down the engines. Check outside the aircraft. You'll see our sister plane making its way down to the runway there now. In terms of parking, very good indeed, right on the line, and the aircraft is straight as well, or nearly straight, just slightly to the left of the line, but that's acceptable. I'll take that. So with the engines off and stopping, we'll open the door. There we go.